Well. I accused XG of lip syncing at Coachella. Here's why I was wrong. Boy, oh boy, have you guys sent this for us to have a look at. Yeah, as we mentioned in the past, lip syncing, it's really a thing of the past. It doesn't really happen anymore, especially in big stages like Coachella.
Yeah.
Maybe on television, but even quite rare nowadays. Vocal splitting is the hot new thing since like 2020.
That's right. And actually, I would say that this particular performance was a big question mark for me because I do think they were running into a lot of technical difficulties in the first weekend, given the fact that their wind was so aggressive. And
we haven't seen clips from the second week.
That's right. So let's have a look at this video.
We'll have a look today, but I want to see what this person has to say.
Hi guys, IOXG, their team and their fans a full-throated no excuses apology. I was wrong, dead wrong. My accusations of lip syncing.
No, you don't. You know what? Because I think...
But everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, true. Also, yeah, we can disagree, as a lot of you are fucking known. We can disagree on many things, and I still would have love for you. And love for the artist anyways, because especially when it comes to pop artists, they're not folk artists. They don't have complete and utter creative freedom to do things. They're pretty much a cog in the machine. But what I have to say is... there is an immense distrust in the industry at the moment for pop artists, and actually my advice for everyone is fucking don't give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Go in there thinking...
Question it. Yeah,
unless they prove you otherwise, they're fucking doing vocal splits, so they're not that great of a singer than you think.
It doesn't make you a hater either.
Nah, blood.
It just makes you...
having high standards.
Critical thinking.
Also, the reason why we have a lot of questions regarding XG is because they are known for fucking singing live.
And proving
That's what they
a lot of people wrong when it comes to like what they can bring to the table.
We've had members... close members of the team and also friends of the channel. Go watch them. They've sent us the clips. We trust their opinions. We haven't seen them live, but we trust their opinions. And they've always said, mate, like, they're great singers.
They're doing it.
And their team knows they're great singers and they let them fucking sing. Yeah. So, yeah.
We're baseless, reckless, and rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of how live sound engineering works. And for that, I take full accountability. I've re-edited my video and removed the XG.
Lazy Jenny is back.
That's the fucking thumbnail?
Damn.
Goddamn.
Girl.
Coachella review. I judged XG's Coachella set mainly on the official live stream mix, assuming it reflected the actual live vocals.
It should be the clearest. It should be the well compressed, the most accurate one, to be completely fair.
You know why?
The fan cams are sometimes so contaminated sonically that it's very hard to tell what actually is happening.
Isn't it funny? So we did our video, right? It got copyrighted to hell, hence why it ended up... If you watched it from the beginning, like you watched it when it came out, like great, you got the best viewing experience. A few days later, I get fucked. It all got copyrighted to hell. So many cuts, so many things had to happen. YouTube dust out on his own. We thought that we were going to drop a part 2. Because we just did fan cams, right? Because it was easier in terms of the viewing.
The first weekend as well. So
Correct.
A lot of things get polished the second weekend through.
And published the second week, you know? However, we checked out Jenny's, we checked out Lisa's here on clips and stuff, just in slow moments. And I actually think a lot of the audio from the fan cams was a better sounding experience than the one in the actual audio from the live stream. And it's funny because the comments were like, fuck, I wish... You know, there were so many fan cams that were better than the live stream. And it's like, well, what the fuck are we meant to do? If you're a fan and you're looking at it, because not everyone can go to Coachella. If you look at it and you're like, the live stream audio is fucking weird. Or it made it seem like they were lip syncing. It's like, well, that's on Coachella.
Yeah, it
That's
really
just
is.
shit production.
I totally agree
and
with
Coachella
that.
is the pinnacle of the pinnacle. Hence why we're a bit more, less lenient.
I agree, yeah.
That was my first critical mistake. I compared it to Jenny, Lisa and Enhypen's Coachella stages, where the live stream audio aligned closely with fan cams. But XG's sound engineers took a radically different approach and I didn't account for that.
Whoa.
The engineers cranked the pre-recorded vocal track to obscene levels, drowning out the live mics. On stream, it sounded 95% studio vocals because the live feeds were buried under layers of post-production polish. They applied aggressive noise gates to eliminate breath sounds and crowd noise.
And wind.
It was for the wind.
It was the wind.
See, this is where I genuinely thought there was a lot of issues with the first weekend because of the wind.
The wind.
You would have to gate it out in terms of like the actual engineering of the sound of that. You would have to gate it out. So especially if you have a split approach, which is how all the pop artists, most of the pop artists actually performed at Coachella.
Yeah, even XG.
Which
they don't need it.
Split,
it's a shame.
But I think this is also something that people don't take into account. This is a festival-like setting, so a lot of things get generalized, even if the artist makes a specific request for certain things. There's a very small gap to what they can abide to.
There's such a long list of artists, so many artists come and go.
They cannot cater so specifically to every artist, because the long list of artists and demands will get very long.
It doesn't matter how many resources in the world you have.
Yes,
there's still logistical, challenges that will become quite difficult.
Correct.
But I think mainly of the noise gating, the problem with noise gating stuff, or vocal gating stuff, because you're trying to literally gate out the sound of the wind and the pollution, is that it does end up making the sound quite
robotic. It kind of like, it feels a little
AI-ish.
Yeah, it feels a little unnatural.
Yeah.
And
The heck out of the vocals to flatten. Dynamics, that
exactly.
breath sounds
They
and crowd
flatten
noise.
dynamics.
Then compressed the heck out of the vocals to flatten. Dynamics, that's why the levels stayed robotic. Engineering choices, not lip syncing, real-time tuning, common in live broadcasts.
Damn,
smooth
Harvey.
imperfections,
Harvey looking
making live
good,
vocals
girl.
sound pre-recorded. And after analyzing 27 fan cams for the past 2 days, the
Who's saying
difference
that?
is stark.
Kisa or
Cracked notes
Chisa?
in Kokona's high notes, breathlessness after
Chisa?
Jurin's rap, Harvey's ad-libs slightly off rhythm, all proof of live vocals. In fan cams, you hear proximity effect shifts. Vocals get bassier when mics are close, thinner when pulled away. The live stream erased this completely, on site. The backtrack was at 30% volume, supporting and not replacing the girls. On stream, engineers pushed it to 80%, creating the illusion of a karaoke session. In the live stream, Kokona's vocals cut out cleanly during Shooting Star because engineers hard switched to the backtrack, but fan cams caught the raw transition. Her live voice fumbling for half a second before the track kicked in. Not flawless, just smart audio switching. For all this, I can't apologize enough. My initial take was garbage because I ignored
And that's the issue, though, isn't it? That's the issue, I think, especially with a lot of not just engineers, but I think it's a team management aspect of things.
It is.
Which you don't have to be perfect. There is an obsession with
with perfection, with sounding as if there is the record. And I've said it plenty
humans,
of times.
bro.
Yeah, I said it plenty of times. Actually, one of the things that makes you fall in love with live performances is the fact that, one, they're different from what you got in the record, and two, they are human. They have that essence. They make you connect emotionally with the songs a little better. You hear the breathiness, the imperfections, and in some way, it amps the whole experience of a live performance.
obviously they still have to be on point, like
They have
and
to
vocally
be
tuned.
note accurate.
No,
and
accurate.
tuned. Come on.
Absolutely, for
But
sure.
if they are flat because they're dancing in a certain specific singing phrase, there's no need to
Who cares?
crucify them for that.
I think that's also what people sort of misunderstood, I think, from last year's Les Seraphim's review that we did. It's like, this is very much what it looks like and sounds like when you're dancing and singing, at the ability that the girls are singers. They're not known for fucking being, absolute.
Hitting G5s and on a freaking pedestal,
Les Seraphim is very much to be known as as an all-rounder, but not specifically a vocal group. And then
Correct.
they treated them as a vocal group whilst doing fucking unbelievable choreographies, backbending, and then expecting them to hit the notes accurate as the track, and then everyone's fucking surprised or pissed. It's like, well, we want higher standards, or the girls suck, or also K-pop idols can't sing. It's like, no. That's
the
not.
generalization is so broad.
That's not it. I think there's two issues. One is a team management aspect. I
Yes.
think a lot of teams are obsessed with perfection.
And genuinely, I think one of the best performances in terms of like sound engineering and the transition between what's real and what's computerized and who was singing what in what session in
Sing
what
reality.
sections. Jenny's set.
Yeah,
Jenny's set was
Jenny's engineers
very
are
clever.
fucking on point, bro.
very, very clever.
Yeah, very clever.
And yes, in terms of like the vocal dynamic that she was exerting and how they used the backing vocalist and how they used the splitting in her
Smart as
microphone.
fuck.
Very
Very
freaking
smart.
clever.
And she did have one of the most generous splits out of everyone, like, sort of K-pop wise, that performed.
That
in,
actually sounded like a split on the live stream
It
recording.
did. She had a very generous split, and obviously I thought they did something really good musically speaking. They gave us some backing vocalists,
That had very similar vocal texture to hers.
and timbers to her. So you create, an
experience. It is a
Correct,
whole
which
sound
fair enough. But
experience.
she did have a very generous split.
And that's a pro to the team. That is
Good.
actually work from her team.
Because it sounded fucking fine. Is it the style of singing that we enjoy and we like? It's like, I have nothing against Jenny. It's just that's not the type of show I sort of pay to watch. Yeah. Can I still appreciate as a music reviewer?
Oh, yes.
Absolute engineering, wizardry, great effort by the girl. I thought, again, I think if, obviously this person thinks she was lazy. And, did she give 1,000%? She will go to bed and she will know that. No one else knows. Was she injured? We don't fucking know that.
We actually don't know a lot of what
Does the fans know? No. Should they care? Really no
not.
One should give a fuck because they paid. However, I thought if you like Jenny, you went to watch Jenny, you had other artists playing at the same time, you could have gone to watch fucking someone else. Correct. So if you went to watch there, I think you went home happy. As music reviewers, we do have to call things out though.
Correct, I agree.
Vocally, that was split as fuck. It was generous. Wasn't the style of stuff that we liked.
That's the reason why I now want to watch XG second week. Because I think I have questions.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I hate Jenny. What the fuck? Childish fucks.
Live broadcasts don't always reflect raw audio. Engineers tweak levels, mute mics, and prioritize clean sound over authenticity. I blamed XG for their team's choices. The robotic consistency I called suspicious was just heavy compression. Standard for festivals to combat wind and crowd noise.
Yeah, it's
XG's
just
choreo is intense. Using a loud backtrack isn't laziness.
It's
It's insurance against vocal strain. I've seen their live tour. They're capable. And Coachella was just as good. I crucified XG for perfection while praising Lisa's rawness. But Lisa's engineers also use heavy backtracks. The difference? Her mix lets live vocals bleed through strategically. XG's engineers prioritized a sterile radio-ready sound. That's not XG's fault. It's
and that, my friend, is a fucking
That's
take.
a very good
sound
take.
design. Raw audio doesn't lie. Live streams are curated. I should have waited. Compared sources and avoided knee-jerk takes. What we hear isn't what the crowd hears. Blaming idols for mixing choices is wrong. I pushed a narrative.
I think the comments obviously got to this creator, which is fair enough. Do what you wish, but. I think you obviously she has a good whoever the fuck this is, they have a good head on their shoulders because
some of these opinions are very much based.
This just sounds to me like they started reading comments. The comments fucking got to them because they were like, "How dare you say that about their fucking? They work so much harder. You're not in Coachella, so you can't have an opinion." All right, man.
Fair enough.
All right, man.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Get them back to the fucking classroom, bro. You're that guy that no one would fucking pay attention in school. Now you fucking be mean to people online. What the fuck? Anyways, let's have a look at this. This is Coachella's second week. Is it Jacobs or something?
Yeah. Hey, I love this energy from the crowd.
But this is the rap stuff. Let's do the rap.
That's how we have. Okay, yes, dancers are giving it all. Sick. Yeah, no, that's so cool. Woo! Look at them coming like freaking goddesses.
Damn, she looks like she's from another planet.
Genuinely. Okay, Harvey. I know he's triple. That's
completely raw. It's like 95.5.
Again,
if anything.
That's where I thought when we listened to that clip on the first weekend. I just thought they're gating them out because the wind was so strong.
Yeah. So they have speech mics and handhelds, or maybe
they have a sequence with headsets.
a headset.
Yeah, but I think it depends on the number. So. I freaking love Harvey, you know. Yeah, that's pretty raw.
They had a soft split there, but obviously she was a bit flat, so you cannot. Very obviously, she was singing 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think she was flat. I think she was sharp a bit.
I freaking love this song.
I rate their fans a lot, you know.
Me too. But they're actually so freaking cool.
They're a great show,
yeah,
man.
so close to the CDs. And they're so settled. They're so
Very much so.
settled.
Yeah, and also this is like really good engineering as well. You hear the layering, not really vocal splitting, but more layering of things, you know, because
It makes it sound fat. It's like you're hearing like a doubler, which
yeah,
is actually kind of cool.
They have like a vocal track with like effects, and then you
Correct.
have them actually doing the rapping line, which gives that, like you know,
Like they're sitting on top of something else. It's like
correct.
stacked.
yeah, which is really nice. That's cool, especially with rap. You sort of need that.
Fire! Yeah, they're very freaking close to that record.
Damn, she goes hard as hell.
She has the hardest rounds.
What the fuck is she? Kokora!
See, good. They're sitting on the stack.
Also, so a vocal split would have meant that, you know, when she takes the mic down and then you see the fucking backtrack do its thing, that would have kept going when she was rapping, and you can very obviously tell the difference.
That is because like what you hear there when she speaks out of the mic, when she puts the mic down, is like a layered effect.
Yeah, so it's like
you're
an ad-lib.
Yeah, like you're actually hearing a stack
Correct.
of vocals. Like if you think about it from a sound engineering perspective, if you've seen those videos of like how NCT records their vocals, or how like Red Velvet or groups like release those footages, and you know how they sing several layers and they
It's the same
stack
fucking
them.
word
It's the same
17,000 times.
It's the same song, is the same singing phrase, but they stack them one on top of the other. That's what's happening here. Is like you're getting the stem from the studio recording. Yeah, they're so fire though. What the heck? See, this is satisfying. This is freaking satisfying
I'm
to
a fucking
watch.
big ass fan.
Put
Left, right, maybe a singy songy
No, there,
in the rain.
In the rain. In the rain. In the rain. In the rain. In the rain. In the rain.
Let me see if I can just find it. Coachella week 2 XG in the rain. This was 7 days ago. Is this love? Good enough.
Okay, look out.
Full track.
Oh, they're using headsets. Nice.
Yeah, that's
That is
100%.
freaking- They don't even have layers here. What is this? An a cappella version? What the heck?
This is a brave
This is
take. What the fuck?
crazy. This acoustic version is crazy.
They have that in the record. They have an
know.
acoustic version.
Nice. That's fire.
Mate, after the
That's
fucking
fire.
pop
That's
performance
so fire.
they were doing and
Not
shit.
gonna lie,
Wow.
that's absolutely stunning. Them plosives, nice and poppy.
Well, they have nuances in their phrases that they're singing. The track is very much straight down the pipe, and a
It
lot of the
actually
time
doesn't have any vocal help.
nothing. This
They're
is
just. I love how you can actually hear each member doing harmonies as well when they split through.
this might be the strongest argument I have for it is possible for groups to do this type of stuff, because this is more like the encore part, I guess, or maybe they just wanted to prove a point here.
And here's the thing. Here's what I don't like about encore stages right now in a lot of pop concerts.
Fuck off! They're not
None
even
of them
singing.
None of them are live. I don't even know what the point of it is
And
if
also-
you're not even hearing the singers do it live.
And also, guys, I have nothing against any of these teams. We're good mates with a lot of these idols. We're good mates with a lot of these managers, these labels. Like, I have love for them.
Genuine love. Like, we genuine support them.
Care for them. These guys don't sleep. These guys barely eat. They're always traveling. They're always working.
The more you learn, the more respect you have for the
It's
craft.
a gamble.
Yes.
But they're fooling so many people in those encores part, man. Because all their fans come out and they actually thought, oh my God, like, such a great singer. Mate, he didn't
sing a
Or
single
she
note.
didn't fucking sing. I guarantee you, mate, she didn't sing. That was so like 90-10 to the fucking vocal layer and tracks that they had pre-recorded anyways. And he's just singing some phrases. And when they do get a bit flat because they're fucking knackered, the sound engineer goes... Fucking pull them right back, son. And then the track got a bit louder, and then it's like this is the oldest trick in the book.
It really is.
But it's just in idol groups. It's not just Korean pop, by the way.
It's just this is an
Every
overall
fucking
thing.
way.
Yeah.
Because again, we check out music from all over the world, and part of the reason why we do that is for that type of stuff. To then be able to have a pretty decent and based or grounded opinion into what the fuck is going on lately.
And this right there, this is fire.
Rare, but this is rare, bro.
Also, it's brave. It's so
Brave as fuck. But why is it brave? This is the way it should be.
I agree.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care if you're a bit flat. Who gives a fuck?
I genuinely love this live arrangements that they do. And see how they maneuver that track in so lovely? See, this is fabulous sound engineering. Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, great performance as well, you know?
They're so great. Genuinely, one of the reasons why I love them so much. They just live their hearts on stage.
As it should be. As it should be, man.
And this is very clever. This performance is actually very clever because obviously in the music video and in the studio version they go so hard with the choreo and everything about this song is just so freaking hard. In the studio version it's very like full on. I love that they pulled it back in such a beautiful way.
I'm actually so happy for them. I was
This is
so
so
worried,
great.
man. I thought I was gonna fucking come over here and be like, mate, this is fucking ass. This isn't true. They're not singing. And then, mate, they pull out this stuff. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I'm so happy for them.
Brilliant.
Good on them. Big up Simon as well. And big up. We're actually not that familiar with the XG's team. Actually, no, we are.
No, we are very close. I was
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
like, what?
true. That's true. Not Simon though. We don't know him. But yeah, I wish him all the best. This is fucking sick.
Second
God bless him.
So good.
Great.
So good.